All right, what is up, y'all, and welcome back. Today we're out here at the Texas City Dike. It is an amazing day. It's like 60 degrees right now, but it feels great because there is zero wind, and we're doing a little bit of fishing for black drum and redfish, and hopefully some really big ones. For bait today, we've got some fresh crabs right there that we're gonna be breaking up, and I'll show you how to do that. And then we also got a couple pounds of mullet right here if they don't want to eat the crab. So I'm gonna show y'all exactly what rig we're gonna be using. Hopefully y'all will get some good information out of this video and see us catch a couple big fish. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, so we got our crab right here for the first piece of bait. And I'm gonna show y'all the rig that we got on this big rod right here. So this is just one of those that you can pick up. I picked this one up at Boyd's, and honestly, I don't know what pound mono that is, but it looks like it's like 200 or something. It's huge. And then we just put our weight on there right there, and we have a big old 8-ounce spider weight. We do not need a spider weight today. There's no current, no tide, no wind. Nothing's gonna move our bait. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna be using, and it's gonna allow me to cast super far. Another way you could use is like a 3 or 4 ounce pyramid sinker. That would work just as good. And this comes down to a circle hook right here. Hook them right in the corner of the mouth every time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our crab. I already cut the claws off. You could use a whole crab. I don't really see the point to. I like to use smaller baits. Just because they're easier to cast, less resistance. So we got our crab right here. Rip the claws off because I don't like getting attacked. Next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna take our knife, flip them over. We're just gonna cut him in half. So he's dead. All right, we got our crab cut in half. And now what I like to do here, of course, everything I'm doing is optional. You do whatever you want. If you want to use the whole thing with the legs, go ahead. If you want to use the whole crab all together, it doesn't matter. I like to take my crab, rip it in half, and then you can also rip off the top shell. If you rip off the top shell, the meat's gonna come out of the bait a lot quicker, but it might also dispense more smell. So it's all whatever you want to do, guys. I'm gonna show you how to hook it up. We're gonna leave the top shell on for this one. All we're gonna do is take our hook, go right in the swimmer right here. I like to go in the swimmer. Go down to the soft part of the swimmer, up to the top. That's very strong. That's not gonna come off. Hook's not gonna back out of it. That's a good bait. A small bait, not gonna lie, but a good bait. Now we're gonna fling this thing out there just as far as we can get it and put it in the rod holder, and then it's all waiting game, y'all. So I'll cast this out real quick, and then I'll show you all the other rig on the other rod. This rod right here, I got 65-pound braid. A lot of times when I'm casting braid, trying to cast really hard, I'll wear a glove just because I've had it cut my finger and it's not fun. I didn't bring any gloves today, so we're just gonna risk it. So we're just gonna sling out as far as we can, but honestly, down here on the dike, you don't have to cast out crazy far. The fish are everywhere. Just whip it out though. Okay, not my best cast. I let go a little bit early, but that's good enough. And if we don't get a bite within, we'll give it probably 45 minutes and then we'll check the bait. During the drum run, which hasn't really started yet, but during the drum run, usually you're gonna catch fish pretty quick down here. If you have a bait out for 3 hours and you haven't got a bite, probably need to check your bait or the fish just aren't biting. So we're gonna put this in the rod holder, get our drag on it. Nice and loose drag right there so we can hear it whenever the fish bite. Perfect. Let's rig up the other one and cast it out. All right, so this is our other rig right here. I don't really like to buy rigs often like I did with that one just because it can get a little expensive. So what we have here is 40 or 50-pound mono, little circle hook down at the bottom there, and we only have about 2 feet of it. That's enough to keep those fish from rubbing your main line. So that 40 or 50-pound mono runs up to a swivel, which then we connect to our main line, which I believe is somewhere around 20-pound mono on this rod. And then we have our pyramid sinker on top of that just so it's able to slide. Usually people would have a bead right here to keep this from hitting that. I didn't have a bead, so I just used a little sinker, and that's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna keep this from going over the swivel. So we got that, and then what else you can also do if you have one is put a little stopper up here to keep this from sliding up, and it'll make it so you can cast a lot farther. Right now we don't have one of those. It's a very simple rig. It's what I use 90% of the time I'm down here drum fishing. And on this one, we're gonna use mullet. So all we do for our mullet is cut it into chunks. I personally don't like the tail at all, 0%. I never catch anything on it. So we can just cut it like this. That's a chunk. And you go however big or however small you want. My rule of thumb, guys, a small bait will catch a big and small fish alike. A big bait will only catch a big fish. I like small baits because I feel like I can catch more. Take another chunk right here, and we'll use this middle chunk. My 2 favorite ones on the mullet are the head chunk right there. That's what I like to use when I'm surf fishing, catch a bunch of sharks. And then the middle chunk, as you can see, well, all the guts fell out, but as you can see, it's a good chunk. I like to hook it right under the fin right there. That keeps it on the hook a little bit better. All right, we'll hook right under the fin, and then we'll sling this one out. Now, if we don't catch anything today, I hope that y'all at least have got enough information that y'all can come down here and try it yourself with all the rigs and all the setups and stuff like that. So let's cast this one out and see if we can hook into something. Not too far, but it stayed on good. All right, same thing with this one. Drag set in the rod holder, and fingers crossed, if we get lucky, we'll hook into something. Been here about an hour right now. I'm gonna go ahead and reel these up and check them. Richard just reeled that one up. Still has a perfectly good bait on it, no bite. Roll this one up and check it. We have not got any bites, but we'll redo our bait, get some fresh scent going on there. Here's a tip for you guys if you're fishing out of Texas City Dike. When you start reeling, do not stop until your bait gets all the way up to you. If you stop, it's gonna go down in the rocks and you're gonna get snagged like 85% of the time. All right, got our bait up. Nothing there. Not even looked at. Still got all the meat in it. We can cast this one back out, but we're not. We're gonna get us a fresh one, and then try again. We're gonna try to send this one out farther because the last one did not go near as far as I wanted it to. Try to whip this one out there though. Give it a couple swings. There we go. All right, now that was where I wanted it. Get our drag set. Perfect. Get a little bit of bend in the rod. So there's two ways you're gonna see a bite. If you get a bite, you're either gonna see it completely bend over and the rod's gonna fold down like that, or what you might also see, which is a telltale sign of a bite, is if it goes completely slack from a bent position like it is right now, and it just straightens up completely. A lot of times that'll indicate one bit and it's either swimming towards you or it just hasn't started swimming away yet. So two ways you're gonna see a bite right there. It's about 5 o'clock now, so we have about another hour and a half until it gets dark. Hopefully they'll start biting with the sunset. Well, we're reeling up, guys, getting ready to leave. Not even a bite today, but we didn't see many people catch anything at all. We saw one redfish on the way here whenever we were driving down. Other than that, didn't see anybody catch anything. So, like I said, we're reeling up, about to head home. I hope that y'all got a little bit of information out of this. Although we didn't catch anything, a little bit of knowledge on rigs and bait and how to set everything up so you can come out here and do this yourself. I thank you so much for watching. So hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite bait is for black drum, bull red, stuff like that. Mine personally is crab. I don't think you can beat it. So leave a comment and then subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, like always, thank you guys so much. More videos coming soon. I plan on coming back down here and trying to get on some more drum and redfish. For the next couple of months, I'll have a few videos doing this. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and until next time, peace.